Republican Governor Jan Brewer. That's at the White House tomorrow.
Another Arizona Republican, Representative John Shadegg, hopes the president will say that he'll do more to protect the border. Congressman Shadegg joining us now. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. Isn't this all about the border in the end?
It is all about the border, but it's really all about politics. It's about politicians posturing on both sides of this issue and talking it to death and seeking political advantage out of the issue without getting the job done, and that's regrettable.
So what point of agreement do you think is possible between the governor and the president?
Well, I think the number one point of agreement is that this is a federal responsibility. I think the governor should be willing to say, look, I'll suspend our law or ask our legislature to suspend our law when you, the federal government, get the job done. And getting the job done means passing comprehensive legislation that does not create a brand new path to citizenship for people already here illegally. It means turning off the jobs magnet, which draws illegals across the border. It means creating a structure under which we can deal with this problem through many different avenues, enforcement being one of those. But the federal government has to get control of this border and deal with the issue. Otherwise, states are going to take matters into their own hands, as Arizona has.
What about cities, Representative, taking things into their own hands? We have the mayor of Tucson who absolutely hates this rule. He says he's already started to see it hurt tourism in his city, and he feels that he doesn't want a negative atmosphere around his city where people are scared to come. They get a lot of money when legal Mexicans come across the border to come shop there.
I absolutely agree with him. That's why I think that the Arizona law is not the best long-term solution for this problem. The best long-term solution for this problem involves the federal government. It doesn't involve 1,200 or even 3,000 or 6,000 National Guardsmen. It involves a permanent presence on the border. It involves a mechanism by which we no longer invite, essentially, illegals to come here to find jobs because we tell them you can't get a job if you're here illegally. We deny them any form of benefits if they're here illegally. And we begin to deal with this in a fashion under which the federal government plays a role of securing the border, both by physically securing the border itself, but also by creating a set of circumstances where the necessary workers who have jobs and who are coming just to do the work can come, can stay temporarily, and then go home. And then you don't have to have draconian laws like the Arizona law passed by a legislature which is frustrated by the fact that the federal government isn't doing its job. It's leaving this border wide open. You've seen the pictures of the border trashed, and I agree with the mayor of Tucson. We want that commerce. We want those people who are coming here lawfully to feel safe and comfortable to do that.
Congressman,
what we don't
very
want
quickly,
is an out-of-control border.
I just have to ask whether or not you're in favor of what your fellow senator from Arizona thinks would be the significant number of troops, 6,000. Is 6,000 enough troops to monitor the border?
You can throw all kinds of numbers out there. Governor Janet Napolitano, now Homeland Security Secretary, put National Guard troops on the border for a period of time, and it didn't do a solution. It didn't solve the problem. It's not just the number of troops. Yes, I think it's closer to 6,000 temporarily than it is to 1,200, but the answer isn't guardsmen. Right now, for example, these guardsmen that are going down to the border are not going to be doing any actual interdiction. They're going to operate radars. They're going to operate drones. Okay. They're going to be doing background checks. They're going to be doing stuff away from the border because our military are not allowed to enforce domestic laws. We need a comprehensive federal solution, not throwing a few 1,200, a few soldiers at the issue in the short term.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much. Representative John Shadegg of Arizona, we do appreciate you coming on. We'll see you next time. Thank you. We have some breaking news right now. Robert Gray.
We do indeed have some breaking news here, guys, out of the state of Colorado now. Administration officials